The views that are expressed on What's on Edigga's Mind are that of the show's host and does not necessarily reflect the views of BS3 TV Network. Viewer discretion is advised. What is good? What is good? What is good? Good people. That is right. That is right. You can just feel the excitement in the air. You can't? No, okay. Well, I'll do it again. What is good? What is good? What is good? Good people. It is I, the man that you all know and love, Edigga, and welcome to What's on Edigga's Mind. This is a show for those who are just tuning in and wanting to know what's on my mind. Well, just exactly what it is. What's on my mind. It's kind of funny where people want to know what you're talking about, what you're thinking about. So put it in the show form and bring it to you. It's crazy. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're right here with me. And I appreciate you. Also, I appreciate the good people that are watching. And of course, I have to give a good shout out to my man, Mr. Ben. He is the president and CEO of BS3 TV Network. A shout out to you, good sir, for having me with open arms as I deliver what's right here in the cranium. Today's show, of course, I'm thinking about Lamar Jackson. You all know him. And as we travel into the new season of football, yes, guys, we are back. It is back on Sundays. This was an absolutely good time to watch football because I love the rain. It was raining here in Baltimore. I love the rain. I was chilling on the couch. My wife was upstairs in the room. I was all by myself. It was quiet in the house, and I watched my Ravens, my Baltimore Ravens, with a good win. And let me put that score up right quick. Bow. Yes, right there. 24-6 to New York Jets. Sorry, y'all. Y'all couldn't do it with Flacco. I could have told you that. I couldn't do it with Flacco. The man got sacked like 10 times. But that's another podcast. Hey, we're going to be talking about Lamar Jackson. Yes, Lamar Jackson, he is the quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, but there's some things going on with Lamar Jackson and his contract. What is going on with his contract? And the two best people that I can possibly bring on the show to talk about this are the hosts and the co-hosts of Snowman in the Morning, which you can see daily, live weekdays at 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Twitch, of course, BS3, Roku. And I'm talking about my man, Mr. Brian Snow, and Mr. Cole Johnson. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to bring them on. Gentlemen, how are you doing today?
Well, considering that this is the first Sunday in the
This
NFL
football.
season, I'm doing great. I almost felt like I was in one of those dirt track races. I was about to go Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I was just about to do that, but
I actually did before kickoff, so I'm feeling pretty good.
yes,
That's
fall
what's up.
Sundays are my favorites. Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
what's up. That's what's up.
Mhm.
Now, before we get into the show, because I named this show for a reason. I named this show "Show Me the Money," and you all know where that came from.
Mhm.
It came from the movie, that movie, Jerry Maguire.
Mhm.
So here it is.
Mhm.
Show me the money.
Not you much for one man,
And
but
that
not
scene had
enough
the
for
nerve.
two.
That scene had the nerve to
Who-
have the jersey of my favorite slugger of all time, Mr. Frank Thomas.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
That gummit. Who's he and what is he?
And a
Oh,
very young Ari Spears
Mm-hmm.
in the back,
oh,
who is
Don't
under
get
some scrutiny.
Don't
That's
get me
about
started
it.
on that.
Yes.
What did you call him in the Knucklehead Chronicles? Was it River Cricket?
Yeah, River Cricket.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I would actually he was the meat, and then the I think I did call Ari Spears River Cricket as well. Yeah.
Well, just to let you know, Brian, E's Meep is like my dote of the week.
Well, I get
But
it.
it's entertainment for him though.
I understand. I understand.
Oh my
They
god.
both fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
They both fit.
So guys, the question now
Mhm.
is Lamar Jackson in this contract. We've been hearing about it for the offseason. Here we are at the
Mhm.
beginning of the opening of football season.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts? Like what is going on? And before we get into that, I just want to post this right quick if I can. There was an update not too long ago that
Right.
there was a deal
Right.
on the table that
Mhm.
Lamar Jackson did not sign. He rejected it. It was a 6-year offer that included 133 million,
That's right.
fully guaranteed at signing, but he did not take it.
Right.
So my question to you guys is this: what in the blue hell is going on?
I have a better question. Why in the Vita Blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded hell did he not take that deal? I'll
Right.
explain with two names: Jimmy Haslam and Deshaun Watson.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll explain the third in Steve Biscotti, but go ahead, sir.
Mm.
For you see, Jimmy Haslam screwed the pooch and got screwed in return when he slid Deshaun Watson a fully guaranteed contract under the table, over the table, through the table. Forget the table. He went through the table. You know how those
Did you say
tables?
under the table?
I sure did.
Okay.
I
Under,
sure did.
over, and through.
On
You
top.
know the
On
old thing,
top
over
of
the
the
river
table.
and through. Yep.
Right.
You know the thing, over the river and through the woods.
Yeah.
And in Deshaun's case, a lot of on top of a lot of massage tables, but that's a discussion for another time.
Ooh. Another podcast.
Jimmy Haslam did that.
Hold, stand still, girl. I'm sorry. We're not talking about Deshaun Watson. My bad. Go ahead.
I have another name, but I won't mention it here.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Our partner Wise says it best. It's not Wednesday.
Okay.
It's not
Right.
Oh, you was gonna go with LeBron with this? Okay.
Right.
Oh, weird. Look, this may be on Edigga's mind, but this is on mine too.
Mhm.
As far as Lamar Jackson goes, I posed a question in 2020 on my morning show, and I got a lot of flack for it. I keep posing the question: And I keep getting a lot of flack for it, but I keep getting proven right. And my question is this: Lamar Jackson was named a unanimous most valuable player in 2019 for what?
Hmm.
Well, you know the answer to that
Well,
question. He made
No, I know.
history.
right.
But
I was about
but
to
I
say
get
that.
but I get why
I
you
think
but I get why you posed the question though.
yeah, new person coming in, never
Mhm.
seen before, doing some in my book, as what they say is a very impressive uh stuff. Never seen a quarterback do that other than Michael Vick.
Wrong. I've seen it before, Michael Vick.
Okay.
I've seen it before, Michael Vick. His name's Steve Young.
Okay. So
Mhm.
right now I am like on both sides of the fence.
Uh-huh.
Why not taking the
You
money?
can't do that. That hurts.
Why you're not taking the money
Mhm.
and what is the holdup? And I'm
Right.
thinking out of all the people that have been, you know, given this money,
Mhm.
you're looking at Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson.
Mhm.
And before I say another
Mhm.
word, I am not a football fan. I watch some games,
Not
but I
yet. You
am
ain't.
yeah, I
Mhm.
am a huge Baltimore Ravens fan. I
Okay.
love my home team. I
Okay.
always been that way.
Right.
But this contract with Lamar Jackson kind of leaves me with some it raised some eyebrows, so to speak. And
Right.
I am looking at the sheer fact that Russell Wilson, I'm almost certain Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, all of them who got these, this money had agents. Lamar
Mhm.
Jackson don't.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
and I strongly believe that, you trust family. You want your family to be a part of whatever endeavor you want. But I just think that if Lamar Jackson had a agent, and this is just me, that it would not take this long.
All right.
God, you climbed into my head on that.
All right. See, this considering that probably not all your fans are football fans, I will break this negotiation down, I think, in a language y'all can understand. So the reason why Lamar Jackson hasn't signed his first big NFL contract and he's still in
Mhm.
this rookie deal is quite simple. So you had the situation where, I mean, Mahomes got his money, and
Mhm.
basically it was deserved. I mean, he just won
Yep.
a Super Bowl, and the Chiefs
Okay.
want to lock him down, and I understand that. So it was like one of those types of deals where it's like, okay, that's understandable, and that's not going to really mess things up. But
Okay.
we pretty much know that just about every other quarterback is going to try to shoot close to it, but they all have the respect of Mahomes' game to understand that we're not going to ask for that exact type of money.
Mm.
So you had that, and it set the market a little bit, but it didn't set the market a whole lot. Then you had Aaron Rodgers, who caused all sorts of stink, whether if he's digging in his foot or one that actually take a drug that
Mm.
is actually legal, which I
Mm.
don't understand how hallucinogenic is legal, but that is for another time and another show.
Another podcast.
Yeah. So he gets a $150 million guaranteed contract
For smoking.
in March. And that set the market because no quarterback, or I should say no player in NFL history has gotten that much money guaranteed until 4 days later when Jimmy Haslam in Northeastern Ohio decided to look at his GM and say, come on, all right, I want you to go down to Houston. I want you to slide $230 million at that fool's feet, and he better take that deal.
Okay.
So now you have the market set again at
Let's repeat
230
the
million
number.
guaranteed.
Yeah, there. Let's repeat the number.
Yeah. So the market was
$230 million Smackerinis.
Yeah. Now the contract is for I think it's 5 years, 230 million, but it's the fully guaranteed part
Right.
that is the sticking point. And I put that at your feet because just about 2 weeks later, your owner, Steve Biscotti, he actually publicly stated about Deshaun Watson's contract, quote, I don't know that he should have been the first guy to get a fully guaranteed contract. To me, that's something that is groundbreaking, and it will make negotiations harder with others. Close quote. So the owner of your team said that back in March. So what do you think is going to happen when he negotiates that contract with his quarterback? What you have seen transpire in the intervening 5 months. So you're in the boardroom. You see the Ravens brass. And the Ravens are looking at the deal that Kyler Murray got, and they're looking at the deal that Russell Wilson got, looking also at the deal that Rodgers got, and definitely eyeing that deal that Deshaun Watson got. And they're saying to Mr. Watson, okay, we're going to pay you more than what Deshaun got, but we're not going to pay you that guarantee. It's not going to be 230. How about 133 million? And Lamar basically said, "Nigga, please." He says, "You already know why I'm in this room. I'm in this room because I want a fully guaranteed contract starting at Deshaun Watson's price. But I think I got a bigger bargaining chip because unlike him, I want an MVP. Unlike Aaron Rodgers, he's allergic to a playoff win in the last 3 years. I've done that. So, I got this bargaining chip. I believe I'm deserving more than what the others are getting. I'm deserving at least as much as Watson's getting, but I think I'm deserving more than that too. But I want my contract fully guaranteed." And the Ravens front office brass looked at Mr. Jackson and said, "Nigga, please."
So Lamar lays out his terms and says,
"Excellent."
And the Ravens respond with,
"Holy smokes, you need booze."
Which led to the subsequent response of
"No!
and
No!
and
No!"
Which is why Lamar is not getting a deal. He will get franchise tagged twice over.
That's the problem.
Because and it goes back to and as far as this deal goes, it was 250 million plus on the table. Lamar didn't accept it, which leads to.
So I mean,
okay,
and that's the question. Like,
all right,
that brings me back to the question:
mm-hmm.
Should he go out and get an agent? Which I feel
you bringing that question back.
I feel as though he needs to.
He should have had one in the first place.
I'm loving that you bring that question back because that's where I want to go. So,
and I love the fact. Rest in peace to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
If anything was to happen with this podcast or whatever future endeavor, and if she was here, I would want my mom to negotiate contracts and things of that nature. But will the next person be able to get me money? Not discrediting my mom.
Right.
I love my mom.
But you want a professional that can negotiate
and that's the thing I was thinking about. I said, does his mom have a degree in
no, she doesn't.
Sports agency?
No, she doesn't. I'll add a word. And it begins with the letter L. Does his mom have a license?
I don't know if she has a license.
Right.
I know she doesn't specialize in sports agency. I know that much.
Right.
And I know Lamar doesn't either. But that is not. But in saying that is not an indictment against either one of their intelligence. I mean, obviously, she negotiated a rookie deal for him to have now, so she has some intelligence, and so does he. But your point of the agent, this is why it is important that you actually bring that up. So you have these big time agents. I mean, there's names like Drew Rosenhaus. There's there's a name that I'm gonna make Brian throw up when I mention him in Rich Paul, where
don't ever cuss in front of me again.
Where professional sports respects the name of the agent, and so they understand that they will do things for agents that they necessarily would not do for the player. And it's because the agent has the certain language that they could talk to with the ownership groups, where they can say, okay, we understand that you are wanting to make money. We understand that you have this idea of you want to build around the talent and you can't allocate so much funding to one person. So that's understandable.
Really on their nerves, bring in the legendary Lee Steinberg.
Yeah, so that's understandable. Let's see how we can make it favorable for my man to realize that, yes, he is considered one of the elite players and he's being paid it, and that you all can build talent around him. All right, so the cap number is $208 million. That's the cap number, $208 million. If Mr. Jackson signs that deal, that means for each year for the next 6 years, the Ravens will be on the hook for $48 million of it. So basically, the team has to think of saying, okay, 25% of our cap is going to be tied up with Lamar Jackson's contract. So now it comes to, if it's fully guaranteed, that's exactly what would happen. Now it comes to, okay, if we give him a guarantee that's favorable to us, then that cap number will be a lot lower. And so we can actually allocate funds and get that talent around him, that's one of the reasons why it is bad for Mr. Jackson to not be with an agent, because the Ravens front office will come back to him and say something to the effect of, oh, I don't know, quote, we can't build a proper team around you because you want to have the full bag, but we need to have a little more cap room so that we can put talent around you, close quote. And I'm sure that is what they said to him. I'm sure that's what they're going to continue saying to him the next 4, 5, 6, 7 months. I'm sure that's what they're going to say to him. In having an agent, that hurdle would have been climbed. They would have found the right cap number, and Lamar Jackson would have had his first big time NFL contract.
That hurdle would have been obliterated.
Yeah,
but that hurdle would have been obliterated.
But you have these problems where, one, he's being represented by himself or his mother. 2, he's coming off of an injury this past year. 3, the type of quarterback that he is, which is dynamic and athletic and wonderful, is incomplete. To be completely honest, it's incomplete because he doesn't possess week to week. I mean, he can show it to you like he showed this game today. He can be in the pocket and he can beat teams in the pocket if it is possible for him to do so. But for him to do that every single week, that is difficult. So
here's the comparison I've made between him and LeBron James, and I got flack for this. Great athlete, incomplete football player. Yeah. Because he got into Louisville because of a highlight he had in high school where he hurdled a player as a runner.
And so you have this also coming into play. It's like, okay, I'm seeing Patrick Mahomes and you're not him. I'm seeing Aaron Rodgers and you're not him. I'm even seeing Russell Wilson, who, he has the ability to scramble, but you're not really even him. Now, okay, you could probably put yourself in Kyler Murray's shoes, but we consider you better than him because, unlike him, you actually do have a playoff victory.
Right.
So all of this all this gamesmanship is being played, and all people are focused on
it at his own expense.
Yeah, and all people are seeing is, well, come on, Lamar Jackson, he's MVP. He's won a playoff game. He has talent. He can put forth numbers. I think his record in the regular season is something to the effect of like 37-12. So, I mean, he has the ability to win and all of that. So he should be broken off money because all these other quarterbacks who are just as elite as him is getting broken off right and left. Why isn't it the case with him? And you've seen the gamesmanship all played. Although you didn't hear them leak out this information.
Didn't have to.
You can read the tea leaves. It's like, okay, it's like you seeing the Ravens front office and Lamar Jackson basically playing a game of chicken. And they want to see which one is going to blink first. And if Lamar Jackson ain't careful, they're not blinking, they're going to force him to blink.
Right.
They're forcing him to blink now. They're forcing him to blink now with the offer they had on the table in excess of $250 million, but only part of it guaranteed, and Lamar blinked by saying, if I don't get a deal done by the time the season starts, I'm not going to discuss it any further. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, you got everyone in the Baltimore brass, thinking, okay, well, we don't have to talk about it. And it's going to bug Lamar. It's going to bug him. It's going to bug him. And it's going to bug him until before the season is out. Watch my words. He's going to walk into that office and say, hey, what's up with the new deal?
Right.
And all they have to say to him is, you didn't want to discuss it until season's end. And once the season is over, no matter how far or how near he gets to the playoffs or in the playoffs, they can look at him dead in the eye and slap a franchise tag on him.
Hey, guys, I'm going to go to a quick break. Coming back more with what's on Edigga's mind. My special guests are the host and co-host of Snowman in the Morning, my man Cole Johnson and Mr. Brian Snow. Make sure you'll be back because we're coming back with questions from the viewers. A couple of questions that the viewers want answers to, and pretty much this is what this show is all about. We just want answers. I need answers, and I guess the people out there want answers as well. So we're going to go to this quick break. Coming back more with what's on Edigga's mind. Don't go nowhere. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Knucklehead Chronicle podcast, the panel edition.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Knucklehead Chronicles, the panel edition. Let's go.
What's good, good people, and welcome to the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, panel edition. Let's get ready.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. This is the panel edition. Me, your boy Kevin, Edigga, and Queen, man. We're gonna rock the show. Listen, do me a favor, go to Knucklehead Chronicles podcast.podbean.com. Follow the podcast, man. We really appreciate it.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
And welcome back to the show. If you're just joining me, this is what's on Edigga's mind. My special guests today are the host and co-host of Snowman in the Morning, my man Brian and my man Cole. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on to the show. I am broadcasting from the newly named studio, which is getting tired of saying the attic. So I gave the attic a name. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I like that. Lion's Den. I like that.
Yes. Yes.
He's got the lions. Listen, he's got the Lion's Den. I got the Noisy Dragon. So we're good. And Cole has the Tennessee Whiskey Studio. So we're fine.
So we've been talking about Lamar Jackson and this contract extension. The fact that he don't have an agent, he's using his mom as his agent and himself to negotiate this contract. Is it a good thing? It is a bad thing. But of course, we still have some questions, and this is questions from the viewers. So, guys, I have about 4 questions that
Okay.
has come to me,
All right.
and I want to read them and get your answer, get your opinion on these questions. The first question is, do you think this will play out this season and revisit the contract talks afterwards?
No, it won't play out because as soon as the season closes, they're going to slap a franchise tag on him and be done with it.
It depends on how married Lamar Jackson is to wanting to have a fully guaranteed contract. If it is, prepare, you being a Ravens fan, prepare to hear about this every single game, every single time they go to practice, back to practice to start up another week, all fall and all winter long. But if he's willing to say, okay, I'll take some off, expect that deal to be done in the middle of the season. But if he's 10 toes down, with the I want a fully guaranteed contract, no. The Ravens are thinking, okay, we're gonna franchise tag him.
Right. So the next question is pretty much what I've been talking about, what I've been thinking about, and of course we talked about it. Should Lamar get an agent? What say you?
Yes. Get an agent, be done.
And I just want to add to that. Is it too late for him to get an agent?
I don't think it is.
Answer that.
I don't think it's too late for him to get an agent. But to answer your first question, I believe he needs one. And again, I will say this: it is not an indictment against his intelligence. You got to deal with the fact that you are dealing with billionaires whose main job is to secure as much of their bag as they possibly can.
Right.
So if you have that understanding, it's going to be tough for anybody to negotiate the way that you think you deserve to get the money that you think you're going to get. So yeah, I think he needs to have an agent.
Right. And I wondered about that when the question was sent to me about should Lamar get an agent. And I say, okay, well, is it too late? Do you still have time? Maybe if he get one now, he can pretty much negotiate a bigger deal, and they're able to get the deal, secure the deal. And you're right, Cole, about billionaires. They are thinking about themselves. They want to have some money as well.
Right.
So that was pretty much my add-on to that question. The next question, the third question, will Lamar settle for a deal as time looms near?
Again, like I said, he has to be, if he's married to wanting to have that fully guaranteed contract like Deshaun Watson. If he is, then I would say no, and it would be all right. The one thing I hope is not going to happen with him is I'm hoping that it's not going to be like a Kirk Cousins in Washington situation where they promise this guy, okay, if you give us one good year, we are going to give you a huge contract extension. So Cousins takes the team to the playoffs and wins a division for him, gets franchise tagged the next year with the same caveat. Prove it once again. If a good year like it did last year, we will extend you again. We will extend that contract. They franchise tagged him a second year. He plays on it with the same thing that the Washington brass said. Give it to me. Give that year 2 weeks, and we're going to give you that 5 or 6 year deal you're looking for. They franchise tagged him the third time. He's like, nope, I'm out. And I'm hoping this is not what's going to happen to Lamar, that he's going to be basically franchise tagged with this carrot being dangled in front of him of, we want you to have this extension. All you have to do is give us a prove it year.
And they're going to ask for a couple of them. They it's like Cole said, they asked Kirk Cousins for a couple of prove it years. And then the Vikings asked for the same thing. And then he gets pummeled in San Francisco. in
Right.
the playoffs.
Right.
And that probably should be the fear in the back of the Ravens' minds, because what Deshaun Watson situation proved is that there's somebody who's willing to roll the Brinks truck to that quarterback's compound
Mhm.
if they are
Mhm.
desperate enough. So there's somebody who will give Lamar Jackson what he's asking for. It may not be the Ravens though.
Wow.
Yeah, it may wind up being the Redskins.
Mm.
How about that? It
And
may
that
wind up being the Redskins, because they're only going to get 1 year, if that, out of Carson Wentz.
right.
They're only going to get
Right.
1 year out of. They're only going to get 1 year out of Carson Wentz, and they're
Mhm.
going to tell him to hit the road,
Right.
because with this playing out the way that it's playing out, they're going to target Lamar Jackson.
Right.
And you may have to prepare for Lamar in retaliation to them being franchise tagging him, saying, "Okay, do basically like what Le'Veon Bell did with the Steelers. I'll sit the year out."
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And the last question is pretty much what we just talking about is, do you think Lamar will sign with another team?
Yep.
The-
And that team could wind up, as I said, being the Washington Redskins.
Washington. Yeah. Wow.
I hope it doesn't come to that seriously. And I'm not saying this as a Ravens fan. I'm saying this as a football fan. I love how he is with Baltimore. I think he
Yeah,
fits
I
the
agree.
community very
right.
well.
I was going to say that.
fits the team. He fits the team and the community
Yeah.
very well. But with this
Right.
situation playing out the way that it is right now, and him not wanting to negotiate during the season, because he wanted this done, he gave a deadline passed, Baltimore didn't budge, he didn't budge. I can pretty much guarantee you the first team that's going to come after him is going to be the Redskins.
Wow.
So yeah, the prospect of another team signing him, yeah, there's going to be another team that would be willing to roll the money in his direction.
Right.
They'd be like,
I was about to say that.
So you want a fully guaranteed contract, Lamar? Okay,
We'll
cool.
give it to you
We'll give it to you. Yeah,
with
there
no
will be a team out there
problems,
that'll
no
do it.
hiccups, no
Right.
hesitation.
Yeah.
All you have to do is sign on the dotted line, and every figure you see on that contract is fully guaranteed, and it's also yours.
Wow.
And so to me, it all hinges on, like I said earlier, who's going to blink. Is it going to be Steve Biscotti, who in the media said, man, a fully guaranteed contract of $230 million, that's going to be hard to negotiate. If he backs down, or if Lamar backs down and says, okay, yeah, that $130 million guarantee is fine. I like the full contract number. All right, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Which one is going to budge first?
Right.
Who's
Right.
going to blink first?
Mhm.
Wow. Coming up next, good people, is final thoughts right here on what's on Edigga's mind. Like I said, if you were just tuning in, we are talking about Lamar Jackson and the contract extension. Is there going to be a deal? We waited this long. I don't think we can wait anymore. That's right, good people. Final thoughts on the show. And like I said, we were talking about Lamar Jackson and this contract. I know I'm tired of hearing about it. It was good seeing him play today. For those who did not see the score, I'm gonna just post it up here. 24-6, and they played New York Jets.
Jets, suck.
Right.
Why
And
the crying emoji beside the Jets? That's sad.
I just explained it. Jets, suck.
right. And they
Yes.
tried it. And Joe Flacco, Joe Cool, he tried it.
Wasn't
but
so cool.
sacked
Joe
10
Cool wasn't so
times.
cool.
But I thought
Yeah,
you all
sacked.
I thought you all in Baltimore liked Jeff Flacco.
I did not like. I was not a Joe Flacco fan.
Oh.
I'm gonna go on the record and say that I
Okay.
was. He was just too laid back for me.
Mm.
He was just too cool. Like every now and then, Joe, show some anger. Like, God damn it, do that.
Yeah, he is
He
very laid back. Yeah.
Yeah, he is very laid back. Like, oh, okay, all right, calm everybody, calm
Reminds
down.
me of somebody. Reminds me of somebody I know that I won't mention here.
So
Cole knows the exact person because we both talked about him a certain day of the week. And
So, guys,
what makes it so bad, I shouldn't make this joke, but I'm gonna go ahead and make this joke anyway. The guy that I'm referring to and that Cole and I only say for one day out of the week, although it permeates into other days of the week, is so laid back, his hair's gone.
oh my God.
I know Chris Bass is gonna find a way to top that one, but it's like
Yeah, get ready for that one.
it's like
You mean
Bass it's like Bass says, he needs to come clean
Wait.
about his age.
So you mean to tell me that LeBron's hair is so far back that Bronx was confused when someone's bald for him being for someone looking like him? Is that what you're
Yep.
saying?
That's
that's
exactly
sad.
what I'm saying, because it's happened twice already.
That's sad.
It's happened twice already, several times with the same damn person, and you know who that person is.
Yeah, that's sad.
Wow.
It's like, okay.
So,
God,
final thoughts, guys.
I can't believe I'm gonna do this.
What are your thoughts on this whole situation? Whoever want to start is fine.
Good. My final thought is this: if things don't pan out the way they pan out, and he's franchise tag, get ready for Lamar to say hell to the Redskins. That's my final thought.
Wow.
I will say this. Prepare for the soap opera to begin, because you're going to in Baltimore. Yeah, because it's going to be an everyday thing in Baltimore. Will he sign? Will the Ravens want him to sign? Will they go to the boardroom and iron it out? It's going to be an everyday thing, and it's going to be a distraction for the team they don't need.
Right.
Days of our Ravens.
Yeah, it's going to be a distraction the team doesn't need, and because of that, yeah, you probably will risk having to say goodbye to an athlete that fits Baltimore like a glove.
I said that. I said he fits in very well. I would hate to see him leave, but hey, money talks and BS walks. So
yeah.
Money talks and BS. I'll borrow from
Yep.
Wesley Snipes, who played Nino Brown. Money talks and BS runs the marathon.
runs the marathon. Hey guys, I want to say thank you for coming on the show. It was an absolute honor and a privilege for me to have you on this show to share some light on this situation. Like I said, I am not a full-fledged football fan. I love the Ravens. I like Lamar. What he done. What I enjoy watching him play. I read instead of Joe Flacco. I mean, when he came into the league and took over like he did, I was like, thank you, Jesus. You know, that's where I'm at. Anybody could have done it, you know, instead of Joe Flacco, because I was really getting tired of him. So thank you, Lamar, for doing just that. But this whole situation, it just leaves everybody baffled, and I just needed answers. And I like I said, I think
he ain't done getting them, because
it's going to be more. It's going to be more. Right.
There's gonna be a lot of There's gonna be a lot of speculation.
Right. So tell the people out there when you guys come on, all of that good stuff, how people can get in contact with you, how they can watch the show.
Well, Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson is on each day at 8 a.m. Eastern time, and that 11 a.m. is going to become noon, because I got some parts that I'm going to air after our initial couple of hours. But you can catch the zaniness, the wackiness on YouTube, Twitch, BS3 Network, and Roku, and you can also catch it on the new SDM Sports Network. And as for the man below, that man in charge of Call Sports, the classiest sports show on the planet, you can catch him weekly. And yeah, let's see, Dolt of the Week, upon further review, the Brooklyn Mess soap opera. Oh, wait, I just threw that in. I'm sorry. But you can catch him each and every week on YouTube, on Patreon. I am blessed and thrilled to call him not only a brother, but a friend, my executive producer, and Edigga. Thank you for having us both on.
Yeah.
Love you dearly.
Thank you
Yeah.
for coming on the show. Hey guys, make sure you check me out. What's on Edigga's Mind right here on BS3 TV Network. 3 ways you can watch the show. You could go to Facebook at BS3 TV Network. You could go to YouTube at BS3 TV Network. Or if you are blessed to have the Roku device, make sure you download that app and watch all of the great content that's on that great station. Trust me, I know.
And we're gonna get Edigga on our program.
Yes.
It's got to be
Oh, that's a
on a
must.
free. It's got to be on a free for all Friday because I
Yes.
know Edigga is going to come in with his microphone and just cut everything up. And this is before we bring Chris Bass on board.
I gotta get prepared for him, you know.
You wait. Let me give you this right now.
What indie play?
You can't.
Oh, no one can.
God,
No one
okay.
can.
God,
No one can
can't.
prepare for
Just
him.
when you think.
Mm-mm.
One of my favorite shows is Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Right,
With
right.
Colin Mockery
Oh,
in the bunch.
good
Just when you
comparison.
think,
Yeah.
just when you think Colin Mockery delivers a one-liner, in comes Chris Bass, hands Colin Mockery a 40 ounce and says, "Hold my beer." Those two are your final. When it comes to dad jokes and one-liners, those two are your final bosses.
Oh my God.
I never thought that anyone would have me sing Dionne Warwick's Deja Vu and act as though I snort in the midst of the song because she's singing a love song to cocaine. And it was all due to Chris Bass. Never
Because
thought.
them nostrils are huge. Let me
Two
tell
people
you.
and 4 nostrils.
Oh my gosh.
I saw her at the at Serena's last
Yeah.
tennis match.
Mhm.
And
Which
they
is where the
confused her.
ESPN announcers messed up.
Right. They confused her with Gladys Knight.
Right.
Oh,
I told
Don't
you.
thank
know why.
God. Thank God she didn't hear that. Like,
I'm
over
glad
the-
she didn't either.
Right.
I'm
I think
glad
she would have
I'm
went
glad
in.
she didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I'm
But
glad
them
she
nostrils
didn't
was
hear it.
flaring though.
Boy,
Like they zeroed in on the nostrils. Like, God damn. Like they did. I don't know if y'all watched it, but they zeroed in on the nostrils.
I caught the piece where they made the mistake.
Right.
Mhm.
You would think you were looking inside a couple of spaceships.
Like, God damn, did I lose
I
my
mean,
wallet? in
did you
there or something?
really want to look up that far?
I'm
Did
so
you-
sorry. I'm so sorry, Dionne, that we've been just trashing your legendary status. So sorry.
Sorry, but
Oh,
them
my
nostrils.
I'm
are-
not.
Right. Them nostrils are hideous. I wonder if mine.
Between two people and listen, what did Chris Bay say? Between 2 people and 4 nostrils, all of it was gone.
I'm impressed he dreamt of Mario along with her. I'm like, wow, okay.
Oh my
I would have
God.
never.
Like I'm gonna go downstairs and see how big my nostrils are.
You know, dude, get that nightmare out of your mind right now.
Right.
Oh my God.
Don't do that.
They look like snake eyes.
Wait a minute.
You ever seen a snake head and they with the eyes?
Are you rolling snake eyes right now?
Right.
Oh my gosh.
See, bass hits us so hard and so much. My partner fell out of his seat several times.
Oh my God. Because y'all said y'all be walking off
Oh yeah.
the show.
Walked off the show. During it passed out because I laughed so hard. Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. I mean, some of the stuff that we get from the viewers and from the
Hilarious.
and from the wait a minute. What did Cole Johnson do? One of our favorite commenters from Norway. When I was away having my cancer, when I was away and I had my cancer surgery and I was recovering,
Yeah,
and I gave the date of when I would return. I gave the date of May 2nd.
Mhm.
You know, and my wife's rubbing my shoulders and she said, just be careful and do what you can. Why did this man from Norway say you have to bring Snowman back with Shaft? The theme from Shaft by Isaac Hayes. So, of course, that sent Cole's mind flying at 100 miles an hour.
Right.
With a few of my favorite pieces. And once he played that intro, I was grinning from ear to ear.
Who is the man?
His neck for his brother, man.
Chef. I gotta download that song now.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
already
gonna
got it.
download that
best songs
after
ever.
this.
I already got
Right.
it. I
Wow.
already got it.
One of the best
Hey
songs.
guys, thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us, man.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Make
Thank you for having
sure you are tuned in next week for another great show. And in closing, I'll let you when I smile at you. Peace.